At 10:30 a.m., you feel entirely in control of your choices. By 3:17 p.m., an invisible cost begins to manifest as an urgent, undeniable craving for something sweet or starchy. This isn't a sudden lapse in character. It is the inevitable conclusion of a biological script written hours earlier. If you have ever wondered why your hunger seems to have a mind of its own, you are about to see the hidden pattern that dictates your entire day.
This experience is remarkably common, yet it is rarely discussed as a biological reality. Many of us feel a sense of guilt when our energy craters in the afternoon, assuming it is a personal flaw or a lack of discipline. I am Sophia, and today we are looking at why these cycles are often beyond the reach of simple willpower. The struggle you feel with afternoon hunger is not a failure of your mind, but a logical response from a body trying to manage a specific hormonal signal it received this morning. We often navigate our mornings with a sense of false safety. You might skip breakfast to save calories for a larger, healthier dinner, believing the body works like a simple math equation. On other days, a quick, convenient pastry feels like a harmless way to spark your brain into action. Because these habits feel efficient or manageable in the moment, we repeat them daily. This repetition signals the body to prepare for a specific rhythm, even if that rhythm is ultimately working against our metabolic health. Imagine it is 7:18 a.m. The house is quiet, and the day's demands are already pressing in. Perhaps you reach for a coffee and a piece of toast. Or maybe you decide to fast until noon to be productive. To the naked eye, this is just a morning routine. But underneath the surface, your internal furnace is either being choked by a sudden pile of fuel or left to idle while toxic metabolic byproducts begin to accumulate. There is no judgment in this scene, only a series of chemical reactions beginning to unfold. Human metabolism does not operate on a flat line. It follows a strict biological clock. Our bodies are designed to process food most efficiently in the morning, when glucose tolerance and insulin sensitivity naturally peak. As the sun moves, this efficiency fades. In fact, an adult with perfectly normal glucose markers at 8 a.m. may appear metabolically equivalent to a pre-diabetic by the time they sit down for dinner. Timing is the silent variable that changes the value of every calorie you consume. Your body is a master of prediction. When you eat your first meal, it acts as a metabolic primer, sending signals to your pancreas and gut to wake up and prepare for the day. Think of it like a commute. A morning meal clears the metabolic traffic jam of free fatty acids that build up while you sleep.
Please, just take off the headphones and listen to the data.
Without this morning signal, your cells remain in a state of resistance, essentially putting in earplugs to ignore the hormones that should be managing your fuel. The effects of a missing or poor morning signal escalate throughout the day. By 12:45 p.m., a healthy lunch might cause a blood sugar spike 3 times higher than it would have if you had eaten breakfast. By 3 p.m., the subsequent crash in blood sugar directly modulates your brain's neural control, triggering intense, non-negotiable cravings. What felt like a minor choice at 7:18 a.m. has now become a biological mandate for a sugar binge by mid-afternoon. Many people attempt a reflective circle, trying to fix a bad morning by hitting the gym or eating a tiny dinner. However, willpower operates at the surface, while biological patterns operate underneath. Exercise, while vital, accounts for only about 5% of your daily energy expenditure. It cannot easily undo a hormonal cascade of insulin resistance triggered hours before. You cannot outburn a morning signal that has already locked yourselves into a fat storage mode. The coordination within your body is a silent, complex dance. The first meal stimulates the release of incretin hormones, like GIP, which tell the pancreas to prepare its insulin response for the next meal. If this coordination is missed, non-esterified fatty acids, NEFAs, linger in the blood, blocking your muscles from storing carbohydrates as energy. This creates a second meal phenomenon, where the lack of a morning signal sabotages the biology of your lunch, regardless of how clean that lunch might be. The chain of events is clear and predictable. A morning repetition becomes an instruction to your hormones. That instruction sets a biological expectation for how to handle fuel. When that expectation is met with a spike or a void, it dictates your appetite and energy levels for the next 12 hours. To change the pattern, you must change the first signal in the sequence. It is important to remember that these patterns do not feel harmful in the moment. That is why they persist. You don't feel the rise of fatty acids or the priming of your pancreas. You only feel the exhaustion and the hunger when it is already too late to easily intervene. This cycle is not your fault, but it is within your power to observe and gently shift. To shift your metabolic rhythm, consider these low-friction experiments. The protein anchor. Aim for a starter version of 15 to 20 grams of protein in your first meal, or an upgrade version of 25 to 35 grams. This tends to lower your overall daily glucose exposure by approximately 17%. The fiber buffer. Integrate 8 to 12 grams of fiber, such as chia seeds, berries, or greens, into your first meal to slow the absorption of sugars. The timing tweak. If you consume fast-releasing carbohydrates, try to pair them after your protein and fiber, or delay them for 10 to 20 minutes after your first few bites of savory food. Observation protocol. For the next 3 days, simply notice the time of your strongest cravings and look back at what or if you ate 6 to 8 hours prior. This information is for general educational purposes and does not constitute medical advice. The most effective way to manage your energy is not to fight your body at 6 p.m., but to win the first hour of your day. By providing a clear, stable signal in the morning, you allow your biological rhythm to support you rather than hijack you. Tomorrow, simply notice the time you take your first bite and consider what signal you are sending to the hours that follow. I am Sophia, and I look forward to our next insight.